We often think of life as a race. We set goals, celebrate our successes, mourn our failures. And the most important part of that race is the one we don't even want to think about, the finish line. But every day, people like Becky Ulacki and Will Birch live that experience. For them, as with so many, it came the day their mother visited a doctor.
During that visit, we were told basically that it would just be a matter of months that she, would not be with us.
Becky and Will had never heard of Serenity House, had no idea the blessing it would be.
To be in that type of environment, just let her focus on us and let us focus on her. And that's what it's all about.
Not only do they take care of the residents, but they really do take care of the families as well. And it is a home away from home.
It's a profoundly different and intimate experience. Becky and Will saw that as 18 people gathered around their mother over the Christmas holiday, a time of reconnecting for the entire family.
I had my guitar with me and playing Christmas carols, and we were all singing, and all the grandkids and some great grandkids. It was, one of the most special memories, we have and will always have, and it was made available because of this place.
Serenity House is like a beautiful, life-affirming jewel in our community, filling the gap between what families need and what hospice can provide.
You could look at it in a lot of different directions, like a diamond, and it's all beautiful, it's all good, it's all pure. It's a beautiful home, volunteers who care about what they do, they're not paid. We think it's like love in action, and that's a beautiful thing to see.
Those volunteers are the true heart and soul of what happens here. Volunteering helped Patricia Alashunas work through her own grief after losing her husband.
Some people question me, how can you do that type of work, working with people that are coming to the end of their life? But I find it gratifying. I feel sort of that I get more gratification out of it than they do.
We don't talk about death all day long. We have fun, we laugh, we talk about life, we talk about the weather and the sun and the beauty of the here and now.
22-year-old Joanna McCutcheon saw a flyer for Serenity House at Starbucks. After losing a high school boyfriend to cancer, she felt drawn to volunteer, but fought the urge for 6 months.
One day I was on the road thinking about it, and I basically asked God, if this is what you want me to do, then show me a sign of some sort. And happened to be driving by the house, and there was a sign outside, Serenity House, volunteers welcome. And I had no clue that the Serenity House was actually right here. So I was like, well, okay. So
when we talk to the volunteers, they find it so meaningful to sit and talk with someone, to wait on them. Simple things, but because they're at the residents and their families are at a very key point in life, it's very real. There's not anything superficial about it. It's very meaningful. And so we see in volunteers, it touched them more maybe than even the families. There's a lot of impact going on.
I'm 73 years old, and I want my life to have purpose, and I feel Serenity House gives me that.
What volunteers see here is that life is precious, and I think they're inspired then to do something with their life. They see life is short, and it makes them want to make each day count.
being here at Serenity House has caused me to desire to embrace every day, embrace every moment, and love the people that I have in my life, because you really never know when that time is going to come for each of us.
They're the most wonderful people I've ever known. And you can tell that each and every one is here because they want to be here. They're doing it from their heart.
These families, they say, well, you don't do this for money. Why do you do this? It's an amazing concept that someone would create a beautiful home, arrange volunteers, train, and then offer it as a gift for no charge and we say for love.
Serenity House is a place where lives are changed even as life grows short. Like the grandfather who came to Serenity House because he was staying in his grandchild's bed and didn't want to leave a legacy of dying there. The mother visiting from out of town for her son's wedding who fell ill and was immediately diagnosed with terminal cancer.
All they could say to us was she was just dancing at the wedding. And so hospice referred to us, and we were able to walk with that family through the end of life. But they were just incapable, really, of understanding how quick life had changed. So this is what we do for us. It's every day, love in action, and but it meets a huge need in the community.
And the overwhelming support of a giving community makes all of this possible.
We certainly don't do it alone. We walk to the mailbox for donations. 70 volunteers each week at each of 2 houses. That's 140 volunteers. At the bedside, we have fundraising folks, landscaping people, clubs. There's just a whole array of the community that's needed to make this happen. So if you're interested, I can find you a way to be involved.
If there is anyone out there that is wanting to give and doesn't quite know where, you can't find a more perfect place than here.
No matter what gift you have, no matter what thing that you love to do, that you feel like you're here on earth to do, we can figure out a way here at Serenity House to involve you in that form.
It could make a tremendous difference in your life and the life of your loved one.
All of us will cross the finish line, and even as we leave a legacy, so does Serenity House. Not just for our own community, but to others who see a shining example and resource in their effort to duplicate the concept in their own communities. For volunteers who experience a life-affirming purpose. For families who find a comforting neutral territory where differences are laid aside and families are drawn closer than they ever were before. And for those nearing the end of the race who find peace in the thing we all strive for, a good finish.